I'm Kenneth Silver, professor of modern art at New York University. It's interesting to see a group of pictures made over the course of the 1950s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and up to the present, because each portrait, in effect, has something of the art historical moment, the moment that certain styles were popular. So there are certain kind of Cezanne influences in the very earliest of the portraits, and an almost photographic realism in the most recent ones. And of course, it's entirely possible that future portraits might even be photographic portraits. Portraiture is obviously commemoration, but I think there's something special about commissioning a set of portraits. It talks about an investment in time on the part of the institution toward its leaders. You don't just see an American face or a European face, that in fact you're looking at leaders from the world. That's exciting, that's interesting, and it immediately tells us what this group is about. And certainly individual portraits tell us a good deal about the individuals and their personalities and their style of leadership. For instance, if you look at Kofi Annan's portrait, those powerful hands that are put up close to the picture plane, and the fact that he in fact is brought up so close to the picture plane, gives us a sense of a vivid, hands-on guy, someone who was comfortable, relaxed. His strength, these seem to be the appropriate qualities for a Secretary-General of the UN, and one, of course, that we admire. I find the Pérez de Cuéllar portrait by the Swiss painter Hans Erni especially exciting. In some ways, it's the boldest, it's the most experimental of these portraits, in that he interweaves the figure and a very vivid portrait of the man himself, looking straight out at us with his hands on his knees. But at the same time, the artist has given us a kind of scrim of the world's peoples that imply that, in fact, Pérez de Cuéllar was influential in affecting the lives and bringing a kind of rapprochement between these various figures you see around. I'd be surprised if an organization as important historically as the United Nations did not celebrate its leaders.